So this story is called The Best Story, and it's by an author named Eileen Spinelli. What a great first name she has. The Red Brick Library was having a contest. Write the best story, win first prize. First prize was a ride on the Scooper Duper Looper roller coaster with my favorite author, Anne Miles, who wrote The Runaway Roller Coaster. Wow, first prizes don't get any better than that. You could see her looking at the poster. The best story, and you're going to win first prize. So exciting. I ran home, went to my room, shut the door. I sharpened five pencils, opened my notebook to a brand new page, and thought and thought and thought. And all I can think was this writing stuff was hard and lonely, and maybe I needed help. I told my brother Tim about the contest. The best stories, said my brother Tim, have lots of action. He's right. Action are the movements of the story that we're going to learn a lot about in first grade. So, I wrote a lot of action into my story. I wrote about a bus hurtling down the highway with no one at the wheel. I added a tornado and a pirate and a great white shark. And the story didn't seem quite right. Probably a little too much action. So I asked my dad, and he said the best stories have plenty of humor. So I changed the great white shark to a monkey, and I put the monkey at the wheel of the bus, and I turned the tornado into turnips, and I dressed the pirate in polka dot pajamas. Hmm, good tries, good tries. I love how she's changing. Authors do that all the time. They don't just write a story once, they go back. Dad laughed so hard he popped a shirt button. Even so, this story didn't feel quite right either. You, as the author, will get to decide. Along came Aunt Jane. What are you doing? She asked. I'm writing a story, the best story, for a contest at the library. I can win a roller coaster ride with my favorite author. Oh, well then, said Aunt Jane. Here's all you need to know. The best stories are the ones that make people cry. Yeah, there are some sad stories out there. I've cried a few times reading a really sad story. So I gave the bus a flat tire. I sent the monkey to the funeral of his pet goldfish. Aw. I turned the turnips into onions. Well, that definitely makes me cry. And I made the pirate chop every one. There were lots of tears, but the story still wasn't right. Just then, my cousin Anka said, I have news for you. I know how to write a story, and it won't be a loser. So the pirate introduced the monkey to his sister Grace, and they fell in love. And I turned the onions into wedding invitations and invited everyone. Look at all the hearts that she's adding. She wants a romance story. Finally, my story was ready. So I read it to my family. Yeah, definitely. Authors will read to their families. Not enough action, said my brother Tim. Maybe the monkey can fall into the wedding cake, said Dad. That would be really funny. It's hard to cry at a wedding when the groom is a monkey, said Aunt Jane. Annika said it would be perfect if I added a kiss. Mwah. And all this time, my mother hadn't said a word, so I asked her, well, what do you think is the best story? Wonder what mom's going to say. Because they all have their opinions. Humor, action, love. She gave me a hug. I think the best story is one that comes from the heart, your own heart. Yes, that is the best story. I agree. That night after supper, I looked into my own heart and rewrote my story. No more monkey, no more pirate, no more wedding invitations, no more happily ever after. My new best story is about my family. and my two best friends, Tara and Josh. It's about my cat, Ollie, who sleeps on his back and snow days, and toast with strawberry jam. It's about fireworks and rainbows and bike rides. Ah, all stuff that she knows a lot about. My biggest problem was keeping the story short. Once I started pulling things out of my heart, it was hard to stop. When my story was finished, I turned it in to the judges. Maybe I'll win that roller coaster ride with Aunt Ann Miles, and maybe I won't. Either way, I'll be happy. I'll be a winner because the story I wrote is my own, not somebody else's, and that makes it the best. So, as you're writing, my wonderful first grade authors, I want you to remember this story. When you're writing from the heart, it's a story about you or your family or things you know a lot about. And that will always be the best story for you.